Hey guys, hi. Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. Welcome back to Baltimore. I know, I'm in Baltimore again. I'm in Baltimore a lot. But the layover here is great because all the Smithsonian museums in DC is right there. So it's a great time. Last week though, I almost died because I was so wiped out. This time, I'm staying in my hotel room. It's supposed to be too cold. The max is like 35 degrees. Right now, it's 25. So I'm going to stay in my hotel room and chill. We flew from Vegas to Baltimore last night, or we got here this morning. Got my room about 8 o'clock this morning, which is a lot earlier than I was expecting, which was really great. This trip, I was trying to drop it, and there's a few reasons I wanted to drop it, and a couple of those reasons manifested on the flight last night. But I'm trying to practice love and respect. Trying to practice that. And so it went as swimmingly as it could. There was one light note, one fun thing is one of our guests saw my hand and I was wearing a long sleeve shirt, so you couldn't see this one here. There's a couple, got my hand here too. One of our guests asked how many cats I had. They just knew right away, and I told them 3, and they had 3, and they started showing me all sorts of pictures. And I can't have my phone out when passengers are on the plane, so I couldn't show them pictures of my babies, but I might include, just because they were so cute today. It was very hard to leave for work because my cats were extraordinarily sweet today. I might include a little clip of them playing, so if you're not interested in my cats, I'm sorry, you can just skip right through them. It wouldn't be a very long clip, but I'll probably include that somewhere in this video. Let's see. I am going to give you a quick room tour. I don't always do that because I don't think the rooms are always that fun. But this is a place I would actually live in. This hotel room is pretty nice. It's around the same size as my apartment at home with a much better layout. All it's missing is some cat furniture, really. And then I think I'm going to chat with you guys a little bit about my schedule for February. I have my laptop here. So let's do that. All right, I'll talk to you in a minute. These videos usually start with the bathroom, but we've got this really industrial looking, scary looking door. But right next to it, we've got our full-size kitchen. I wish I had more food. Stove, huge microwave, dishwasher. We have my little pile of teamy stuff so I can make some tea later. I'm out of my teamy tea, so I bought this tea, and I'll tell you, it's like dust. Compared to teamy, this stuff is like, I don't know, whatever. My teamy greens, which I'm in love with these days too. Big giant fridge. Pizza. Little dining room table, seating area, that's nice. Big giant ottoman, which is great because I always want my suitcase lifted off the ground. As nice as the hotel room is, I don't know if there's anything crawling. So I've got this little desk here, my laptop, big TV. Really nice bed. I'm looking forward to this bed quite a lot. I'll be jumping in it after I finish talking to you guys. My melatonin gummies and my sleep mask because it is bright daylight outside. Huge, massive vanity, which is really great. You can kind of spread your stuff out. Speaking of teamy, I am definitely team teamy. I talked about this recently in one of my videos where I talked about my skincare regimen. This is magic. I have to tell you, the skin around my eyes in particular, I think I see a difference in terms of smoothness. I don't have a lot of lines, but I've been really impressed with how my skin feels lately. Big shower, big bathroom. It's about twice the size of my bathroom at home. And this is the view. Very exciting. It's pretty much the same view I usually get. There's a teeny little pond over there, and there's usually ducks. I don't know if there's any over there right now, but not much to look at. There is a mall and a casino over there. And as per usual, the view of a hotel room for flight attendants is not the best. I think they save better views for paying customers. Let's see, that's my hotel room. Pink. Ta-da! There's my hotel room. I really like this hotel room. It's nicely laid out. The furniture is very nice. I would live here. It's around the same size as my apartment in Las Vegas. All that's missing is some cat furniture and 3 cats. But now that we've seen my hotel room, let's talk about how fantastic my line is for February. I am wicked excited about my schedule for February. So when I bid for my lines for each month, there's 2 things I really look for about a schedule or a line. First off, because I don't travel much, because I just want to be home with my babies, I don't travel a lot. So when I do select a line, I want something with a nice long layover in cities I want to go to on each trip. So that's pretty important to me. So when I'm looking at the lines, I can look at the spacing of what each trip looks like, and I can get a good idea of which trip has a nice long layover, and I can see the city that it's going to be in. And so that's my first sort of clue. It's what I kind of look for. Then I'll look for trips where I'm not away from home very long. If there's a trip on a line that's got you're away from base like 84 hours, 90 hours, forget it. I'm not even interested. Thank you. Bye. Take it. A line like this one, and I'll tell you about each trip, where I'm not gone from home very long, is ideal for me. It's not the most ideal in terms of earning per diem because I'm not away from base very long. But this month, in February, I'm away from base 277 hours. Now, I could be typically away from base like 350 hours, and that would be a little bit better for per diem earnings, but this line is fantastic. So let's chat about why I like this one so much. First off, the important numbers. So the block and the credit, most importantly, it's credited with 80 hours, which is pretty good. Typically, my lines have between 72 and 75 hours. So this one's got 80 hours credit, which is pretty sweet. Excuse me, 13 days off still, so lots of time off. Time away from base, 277 hours and a half. Duty time, 110 hours. Carryover, 8 hours and 39 minutes. I really don't know what that is. I think that's when my trip overlaps into March, which is the last trip does overlap by a day or 2. And then I have 2 Saturdays off and 1 Sunday off. One thing I really was hoping for, I got my 7th choice. The choices before that I did not get, I had more weekends off, and that would have been ideal. I'm spending a couple days, I think, with a subscriber and her wife later on in February. We're going to be going to one of the national parks. Very excited because I really, really dig these chicks. They're a lot of fun. They're really just great women. So I'm looking forward to seeing them. Hi, Randy. So let's talk about my trips. I'm so excited. All right, so there's 6 trips. 2 are 2 days. 1 is a 3-day, and the others are 4 days. So I have 3 4-day trips. And they all have long layovers. Very excited. The first trip is on the 31st of January. The last day of the month and the first day of March are included in February because February has so few days. So to make the month kind of easy to work with, they take a couple days from other months. So the first trip is the longest one where I'm away from base. I'm away from base 71 hours and 40 minutes. But I get 2 long layovers in Boston, my hometown. So the first one, I get in at 5:45 in the morning, and I don't have a show time until 7:40 the next, day after. And so that's a nice, perfect layover if I want to go into Boston, which I will unless the weather is crap. The next layover in Boston is 21 hours. I get in at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's almost dark. But my showtime is until 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon the next day. That even better is that I get breakfast in Boston both days, and I love breakfast in Boston. Our hotel has a great breakfast. The eggs are always yummy, yummy, yummy. You'll hear more about breakfast later on. So the next trip is on the 9th. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 days off in a row. So I could potentially pick up a 1 or a 2 day trip in that block of time. I don't want to take too much time away because I want to be home with my cats, as you know. But this trip on the 9th, I've got a 22-hour layover in Baltimore. So I will go into DC unless the weather is crap, of course. And then the next day, I spend it in Fort Lauderdale for 21 hours. And I'll go to the beach like I did last week. Or was it last week or week before? And that trip, I'm only gone for 64 hours. Fantastic. The next trip is on the 15th. I've got a Columbus layover, which is fantastic because their breakfast is even better than Boston. When I go to Columbus and I have breakfast there, I always kind of feel bad for vegetarians because the bacon is so good. It's like candy. It is so good. I always feel a little bad for vegetarians. You're missing out on something. Fantastic. And then I've got a 18-hour layover in Baltimore again. Too short to go into DC, but just enough time to sleep really well. The next trip is on the 21st of February, and oh gosh, I just realized I'm off on Valentine's Day. I was really hoping to work on Valentine's Day just to keep myself busy. But the 21st is just going from, it's a red eye to Detroit, and then the next morning I fly back to Vegas. I leave at 11:30 at night, and I'm back in Vegas about 11:30 the next night. So I'm only gone for like 24 hours. So happy with that for the credit. The next trip is on the 25th, and that gives me a layover in Oakland at a time where it's early enough where I can take in, I get in at like 11 something. I can actually sleep a regular full night's sleep, wake up in the morning, go into San Francisco, enjoy the city, and come back that evening with time to sleep. And the next day is super easy. So like I won't be fatigued from having spent the day in San Francisco. I have an 11-hour layover in Philly, which is not good, but it's the only layover besides Detroit that's not fantastic. And then the last trip of the month is on the 1st of March, and that is just a red eye to Newark, and then I fly back to Vegas the next morning, and I'm back home by like 10 o'clock in the morning. It's the best line. I am so excited. Blah, 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 blah. I hope that was, I don't know, why would you find that interesting? But, so that's my schedule. And I am most junior. I am the most junior on this line. But so far as I've worked with people, very few people seem to work their entire line, except for me. So who knows what I'll be working on that trip. This trip, I did not mention, this trip I'm flying position C in the back, and I'm doing that mostly because tomorrow we've got that Santo Domingo turn. I kind of just want to hide in the back. I don't like working international legs. It's just too much work. The paperwork they have to fill out, helping everyone else fill out the paperwork. Sometimes they don't speak English. Sometimes they don't even read some people don't even know how to read in their own language for internationals. And Santo Domingo is probably more of a tourist leg or tourist flight, but I don't know. It's just too much work. So I'm hiding him back. And there you go. That's my schedule. That's my hotel room tour. And I will talk to you guys later today, if not tomorrow, if nothing happens today to film. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hey guys, hi. So it is freakishly cold. Oh my God. What is this, Minnesota? But I went to Denny's, which is right over there, from my hotel, which is across the street. But I thought I could just cross over this little grassy area here, but you can't tell. It's a drainage ditch, and it's not frozen. So I just ran through half-frozen slush. My shoes are a mess. But I'll clean them in the hotel room. Oh my God, I made the biggest mistake leaving the room. But my tummy is full, so that's good. All right, I'll see you later. Hey guys, hi. So we're in, where are we, Baltimore? Baltimore. Oh, she's dancing. Do you want to keep dancing? She's excited to go to Fort Lauderdale and then do a Santo Domingo turn. She wants to be in the vlog. Do you want to do something? Do you want to do something else?
I actually just came to get water. I'm pretty thirsty.
So we're going to Fort Lauderdale and then doing a Santo Domingo turn. It's going to be quite a day. Let's just say that. Maybe I'll share more about that later on. All right, so we're back in Fort Lauderdale, waiting for our plane to deplane so we can get on. I'd rather hang out on the plane than out here in the gate area. I am drinking a smoothie I just made from an apple I got in my grab and go because I left all of my fruit in the crew room in Las Vegas. Yay! With a scoop of my teeny greens and some cran apple juice. And I'll be releasing a video, I think on the 22nd. I think that might be when I load this video too, or upload this video. I'll be doing a video, little compilation of the smoothies I've been making on the road here and what I'm using to make my smoothies. Yay! So I'll be releasing that video on the 22nd or the 24th, I forget which one, but there you go. I will see you in Santo Domingo next. All right, so we're getting on board our flight to Santo Domingo. It's on a 321 again. We're spending the whole day in a 321, and we're oversold by 5, so I'm not sure what that's going to be like. Thankfully, one of our chasers speaks Spanish, and that is a godsend because no one on our crew speaks Spanish, and going to Santo Domingo and back, Spanish is probably very useful, right? All right, so cross your fingers, wish us luck. I'm in Santo Domingo. That's about what it looks like. But we have like 10 or 15 minutes, so I'm gonna get off the plane, see what, hit that red button? Okay. See what the airport looks like in Santo Domingo, I guess. I don't know when I'm ever gonna be back here. Oh, I'm so glad she told me to push this button. We have to push a button, otherwise an alarm goes off, I guess. All right, let's go to Santo Domingo. Well, the airport. Okay, there's a Domino's pizza. So, exotic Domino's. What? I'm not going to let's go for a walk. All right. This could be any airport in the world. All right, they wanted my passport to buy a magnet. They eventually consented to just sell it to me without my passport because it's a magnet. I guess the rules are rules. Well, that was my adventure in Santo Domingo. A magnet. Let's see if I can get... Oh, look. All right, the door opened for me. Where are you going? Want to dance? Go ahead. You're famous. I have thousands of people watching you.
I'll hurt myself.
Huh?
Is this airport cool?
No. Yeah, Newark is cooler. Yeah, it's not worth the adventure. That's a Domino's pizza. I mean, and duty free. I'm sure Santo Domingo is much better than the airport, but this airport. Oh, it's humid. It is pretty though. Very green. There you go. Lots of excitement. Aren't you glad you joined me on this journey? So we got to Fort Lauderdale. I am never doing another international trip if I can ever handle it. I'm just never doing it. It was, yeah, either that or I have to learn Spanish, which is probably not going to happen. That was, the word that comes to mind is untenable. Not even, boys. Boys and girls, I was this close to losing patience. It was really stressful. I must have had at one point I had 7 people standing in line to use a lavatory, and then one tried to squirm through and push their way through. I'm just like, what do you think you're doing? How old are you? You know, oh my goodness. And I've never seen a bathroom busier in my life. I went through 2 rolls of toilet paper. Crazy town. All right. I need a nap. We have just over 11 hours here. We're in Fort Lauderdale. I promised myself last time I was never going to wait for the shuttle to the airport again. I would take an Uber because this sometimes takes an hour or so to get to the hotel from Fort Lauderdale. And it's around the corner. The hotel's around the corner. But one of our crew was detained for extra security coming through customs, and so we're waiting for her to come through, and you know, because you don't leave your crew, right? Leave them. Well, I will see you guys later or tomorrow. Going home tomorrow. I cannot wait. I'll see you soon. Bye. Finally got to the hotel, and while this is a beautiful color, it's so much different than the Boston hotel I'm in. I hate this hotel. Oh my God. Maintenance is here to try and figure out why my room is 45 degrees. Hi. Cross your fingers I don't sleep in a refrigerator tonight, guys. Hi. So the hotel's only option for fixing my room is to turn off the air conditioner. It's 60 degrees in Fort Lauderdale right now, and inside my room it had to be at most 50. So I told them, certainly turn off the air conditioning. I don't think I'll need it. I'm not having hot flashes this week, I don't think. But, so that's solved. I am hungry. I did not take food with me on this trip because I knew I had to go through customs, and I don't want to have to go through all that hullabaloo. So, funny is that the hotel that we're staying in right now, I detest, as I shared with you already. But the one thing that's kind of cool is that it is this hotel that I'm passing over here. That's the hotel I stayed at when I was in training. This is where I began. I can't really show you the hotel name, but this building is where I started my journey as a flight attendant. And so, oh my God, the ducks are here. All right, I have to show you the ducks. Those ducks, I think they're exactly these ducks. He looks very familiar to me. They nested in, I'm sorry, sweetheart, I have no food for you. She's walking at me like I have something for her. Oh, honey. Oh, look. She's following me. I am so sorry, honey. Oh, my God, I feel so guilty. Oh, my God, I feel so guilty. That poor... That poor duck is hungry. It was literally like chasing after me. Oh my goodness. All right, so I think it was those ducks were nesting or something, I think, in the shrubs at the hotel that we went to training. We named the duck after our airline, the male, because we always saw him. But, so I was mentioning I'm so hungry. Do I seem flustered too? I feel flustered. I mentioned how hungry I am. I'm like getting hangry. And there's like 8 people in line at Wendy's, which is the only restaurant next to our hotel. And no one is at the register to take orders. So I'm like, screw this. So the only restaurant, because Wendy's wasn't open when we went to training, the only restaurant that was near us is like a Bass Pro Shop or something. It's a very strange restaurant inside a camping store or something like that. And so I'm walking over there. It'll be sort of nostalgic to eat at this little place. All right, so wowzers, what a day. This day was one for the books, I tell you. The trip itself was very frustrating, mostly because, you know, you handle the occasional language barrier, but there were 200 people on the plane who didn't seem to speak English, and it made things a little challenging. One of the high notes was the very last row, and I'm in the back, the very last row, aircraft left. We had this beautiful little family and a boy who was 8, and I think he was pretty severely autistic, and he was really acting out. And you could see the look in the eyes of the parents, and that they were a little anxious that people weren't going to treat him well. And the dad got up, and I chatted with him for a little while, and I said, you know, if anyone even looks at you or your little boy sideways, you let me know. Consider me an honorary auntie. I am going to take care of you guys. And it was really probably the best part of the flight. It was probably the best part of the flight. And the best part of this day is going to be me sitting down and eating real food. I'm so excited. All right. I doubt anything else is going to happen tonight. So the next time I see you will probably be tomorrow morning. I walked by this fishing shop and I thought, what do I need in there, right? Fishing line, yellow, so I'll see it. My idea is to tie one of Eleanor's and Claire's favorite toys, a little plastic ball, like a little mini wiffle ball, onto my shower rod, and I think they would enjoy that. Hanging from the shower rod, I think they would enjoy that. We'll see. I'll try it with some bright yellow fishing line. So that was a riot. I walked into the store and I'm like, hey, can someone help me find fishing line? Because I'm not wearing my glasses and I can't see anything. And the guy says to me, freshwater or saltwater? And I'm like, cat toys? He wasn't prepared for that. Oh my God, I'm in the wrong door again. He was not prepared for my response. Because I kind of look, right now with the hat and the red shirt and the t-shirt, I think I probably look like a man's man at a Bass Pro Shop, right? He was not prepared for my response of cat toys. Look, guys, a little black stray cat. I don't want to scare you. Oh my God, he's beautiful. He's a mini buddy. Look at how he runs. Hi, sweetheart. Look at that little baby. Hi. Honey. Oh. Hi, doll. Oh my God, you look just like Buddy. Oh, I wish I had some sort of food for him. All right, I can't find the restaurant, but I found another little stray cat. Hi, honey. Oh, look at the little ghostly eyes there. Hi, sweetheart. I wish I had cat food with me. Oh, sweetheart, I'm so sorry. And look, another stray kitty. Oh, you'd fit in my suitcase. Oh my God, you're so sweet. Look at that little face. Hi, sweetheart. Oh my God, I'm gonna start to cry. Look at that sweet little face. Looks kind of like Diana a little bit. Oh, doll, sweetheart, you're so calm. Hi. Can I say hi? Can I say hi to you? Can I say hi? Oh, honey. Can I say hi? Oh, I guess not. Can you see me pouting? Is it light enough? I'm very sad. So the restaurant I was looking for is gone. And it's probably a 15-minute walk back to the hotel, maybe 12-minute walk. So I went from being hangry into delusional. Is there a hybrid word? Hallusional? I'm super, super hungry and very emotional after seeing those little cats. They couldn't have been a year old. All three of them were very, very small. I suspect they were very young. I feel so bad. Those poor little babies. They're stuck eating like lizards or something. I don't know. All right, so I'm going to see if I can't get a bite to eat at Wendy's. Worst case, there's a Dunkin' Donuts. I'll eat a sandwich from Dunkin' Donuts. I'm not too proud. Toodaloo. All right, so we left the hotel early in Fort Lauderdale so I can get something to eat for breakfast and also grab something for the plane. And I'm going to grab some of these empanadas. The only challenge here is this Cuban place is it takes like 45 minutes to get anything. We've been in line for probably 25 minutes and I still have about, I don't know, 10 minutes left. But they're good empanadas. So we're on a 321 this morning going from Fort Lauderdale to Dallas and then to Vegas. Both flights are blocked at 3 hours. But so my tray here, service tray is all set up. Real simple. Make sure I have napkins. Ice is all open, ready to go. You don't need to watch me break ice into pieces. And then I'll put coffee in the coffee machine. Always put the seam, see the seam there, down first, because if you put the seam up and you put this in here and you press this down, the bag explodes. Not good. There's Buddy back up in the tree. Oh, he's so beautiful. He has been inside for more than a week. He has been very unhappy about that. Look. He's such an athletic cat. Eleanor, I'm not Eleanor. Claire, hey buddy. Claire, oh my goodness. Diana has been in heat for more than a week, and every male cat in the complex has been chasing after her. And I didn't let him out not because I didn't want him getting her pregnant, but because I didn't want him getting in fights, because he would get in a fight with one or all of the male cats that were chasing after Diana. So he's out because Diana apparently is out of heat, which probably means that she's pregnant again. So we'll see. But when I got home, the cats were not stalking her, so she is either out of heat, successfully having avoided men, but chances are more than likely she's pregnant, and the other male cats know it. So I let Buddy out because there's very little chance that he'll be in a fight now. So I think I'm gonna take him in the house shortly and take a nap. All right. Hey guys, hi. You can tell I'm back home in Vegas. I don't know if you can see Buddy. He's kind of in the shadows down there. He's right there. See him? My little boyfriend. And then there's Diana under that chaise lounge right there. Yeah, today was very, very exhausting and kind of stressful. I think 99.9% of the time I work well with people, and today was just a challenge. Thankfully, we were on a 321. There's 5 of us, and so it was easy enough just to kind of keep everyone in their comfortable spots. And mine today was hiding in the back of the aircraft, and that was fine. That was fine. We had 2 legs today from Fort Lauderdale after a very short sit, and then on to Dallas, and then to Vegas. Both legs took about 3 hours each. Nothing huge happened on either of them. I did meet a few really amazing ladies who didn't know each other before they sat down next to each other. Look at my cat. Where was he? Oh. They didn't know each other when they sat down, but they all seemed to be like sisters once they started talking. And then I joined the troupe, and we all had a wonderful time. One of them, actually, just in our conversation, she was like, you know, do you like your job? And I was like, oh my God, I love my job. I love my airline, and on and on and on. And she's like, you know, you wouldn't be hiring. And I'm like, oh my God, my goodness, we're hiring. We're hiring like gangbusters for the next like year. And so I gave her my YouTube name and all that stuff. So I'm hoping she'll actually contact me and look into working with us. She'd be a really good addition to our airline. Let's see, what else? Oh, speaking of cats, my buddy and Diana back there, there's a whole bunch of stray cats in my apartment complex. I try and feed as many as I can when I can, but Diana's my primary concern. Oh, and there's Odin over there, my little one-eyed friend. My apartment complex a few weeks ago, I'm not sure if you remember me mentioning this, they sent out an email saying that they wanted everyone whose cat went outside to have them chipped, which Buddy is, and fixed, which Buddy is. Hi, sweetheart. And that they were going to set traps for the cats and then send the cats to a shelter. And I spoke with passion about the dangers for some of these cats, because many of them are so beaten up that it'd be impossible to be adopted. Odin, as an example, he's always sick. He's got one eye. He's almost always on the edge of death, but somehow he makes it every day. And then Diana, who's so feral, who just distrusts everyone. She would never be able to be adopted out. And these cats would most certainly end up dying in a shelter somewhere. So I expressed my plea to try and capture them, and apparently the leasing office manager went to the Humane Society or called them and spoke with them. The Humane Society gave her some information, and she took that back to the leasing company, the company who owns the building I live in. And long story short, you know, because my stories are so long, they're going to look into trapping the cats, having them neutered, and letting them live where they have lived in my apartment complex. And when she told me that, I did cry quite a bit, because I feel for these cats. I just love them so much, and I want to cry again. Of course, not unusual in my channel. Hi, honey. Look at him. He's just sitting here so patiently, waiting for me to finish talking. Oh, there he is. So that is fantastic news. The leasing office manager had asked if I would help out, so I'm going to call the Humane Society and find out what part I can play. There's one of my neighbors who has been doing this trap neuter release. She lives on the other side of the building, and she's the one who actually had Claire and Eleanor neutered before I found them. So we'll see. Cross your fingers. It would be nice to capture Diana, and I would like to bring her in my apartment and familiarize her with people, so maybe she could be adopted in the future. I don't know if I could have 4 cats. I couldn't have 4 cats in my apartment, not by contract, and certainly not in the space I have. I'm already at capacity with 3, but I think that's going to be the end of this 4-day trip video. I hope you found it somewhat interesting or entertaining. So rather than just continue rambling on, I will say have a great day. I'm going to spend some time walking with Buddy and then crash and take a nap. So I hope you enjoy your day and fly safe. All right, bye.